Thank you. Great to be here and talk about Ceretrieve because during stroke, each second counts. For each minute a stroke goes untreated, 2 million neuron cells die. Neuron cells help us do daily tasks like walking, talking, breathing, eating, and thinking. Let me tell you a story about patient 0107, 50 years old man, father of 3, and is elementary school principal. Was celebrating the New Year's with his family and had a stroke. At 1:30 a.m., he was admitted to the hospital. He had his CT scan, which showed acute ischemic stroke. He was prepared, taken to the cath lab, where an angiogram showed 3 occluded vessels. A clot starting from ICA, large artery, continuing to MCA, medium vessel, then to M2, a small vessel. It's equal to 3 procedures. Doctors usually need to use different devices with different sizes to treat different vessels. But it was decided to use Ceretrieve device to treat 0107. And 25 minutes later, all the 3 vessels were fully opened, and blood flow was restored completely to the brain. Hello, I am Maysa Mustafa, and I am the CEO of Ceretrieve. At Ceretrieve, we developed an advanced aspiration catheter to improve the ischemic stroke treatment. We are about saving lives, decreasing disabilities, and improving the quality of life for the stroke victims. Our goal is to become the doctor's first choice device when it comes to treating ischemic stroke by offering a complete treatment with superior performances in one single device. For treating ischemic stroke in endovascular treatment called neurothrombectomy, the first thing you need to reach to the occluded vessel in the brain, where the clot is, which is extremely challenging because our vessels in the brain are tortuous and delicate. Thus, the smallest the device, the easier to navigate and faster to reach. Another challenge is different clot types, different compositions, different sizes and length. For example, to remove hard clot from the brain, it requires applying more force to remove. And when removing long clot, it's challenging as well because it has a higher risk to fragment and spread into other vessels, causing new strokes or worsening the current stroke. And the problem is that doctors don't know what kind of clots they are facing. So they usually use different thrombectomy devices like stent retriever, aspiration catheter, and balloon guide for protection. And usually need to have multiple passes, changing the devices and changing the strategy of the treatment. And meanwhile, the patient is losing time and losing brain cells. Here comes Ceretrieve. With Ceretrieve device, it navigates in small size. By reaching next to the clot, it expands to the vessel size, and with maximum power, aspirate the clot without fragmenting it and remove it safely from the brain. When stroke occurs at 3 a.m., simple, easy-to-use device is crucial. So instead of replacing devices and replacing sizes, we provide all current sizes in the market and more in one single device. By expanding according to the vessel size, using the handle with the device, we provide maximum aspiration force because the force, the bigger the surface area of the catheter, the more force it applies. Actually, we provide the most powerful aspiration catheter for the brain without compromising delivery. And our clinical data is excellent. We had 11 patients in first-in-human clinical trial in 2 centers. And with 100% of these patients, we were successful in removing the clot, including all clot types, compared to 82% success with current procedures today, with current devices today. And in 91% of these cases, we were successful in removing the clot in one single pass, compared to 56% with current devices today. It means that the other 44% with other devices, it needs multiple passes, going to the brain up and going out few times in order to successfully remove the clot. And yes, we are about improving quality of life. 80% of our treated patients has significantly recovered, compared to 50% with current devices today. The neurothrombectomy market is growing rapidly and expected to reach more than $1 billion in few years from today. But it's still massively undertreated. Last year, up to 30% of the eligible patients in the US and Europe were treated with mechanical thrombectomy. I'm a biomedical engineer with MBA and 17 years experience in medical device development, from a development to taking different devices from development through commercializations. And I'm joined with an excellent team with many years of experience in product development, commercializations, and acquisitions. Our chairman, Dr. Amir Belson, with a background of pediatric nephrology, and serial medical device entrepreneur, founded multiple medical device companies, and 3 were acquired. And our CTO, Yuval Tzipori, mechanical engineer with 30 years experience in developing medical device in many companies in Israel, including acquired companies like Valtech Cardio and Cadent and Accurate Medical. And our scientific advisory board, including Professor Raul Noguera, a leading KOL in the field and responsible for a landmark trials that shaped the treatment and the field to the way we have today. And a leading neurosurgeon, Dr. Shadi Jahshan from Israel, and Professor Serdar Geyik from Turkey, who had conducted the first in-human clinical study in their site. In addition to our current focus on neurothrombectomy today, Ceretrieve technology is applicable to different fields like PE, pulmonary embolization, coronaries, and peripheral. We started Ceretrieve in 2017. We completed our first in-human clinical study. Today, we are conducting a pilot study in multiple sites with the second-generation device and gearing up for the pivotal clinical study. For that, we are seeking $20 million to complete our pivotal study and regulatory submissions. And we expect to be in a position for an acquisition after regulatory approvals and initial sales during 2026. Remember our patient 0107, the school principal. I'm happy to tell you that he fully recovered, and he was able to get back to his job this semester. And this is what Ceretrieve is about, not only saving lives, but improving the quality of lives for the stroke patients. Thank you. Looking forward to talking to you during the meeting.